Picture this. It's 3 a.m. in Bangalore, India. Raj hasn't slept in 16 hours. He's frantically coding an e-commerce app for a client who thinks artificial intelligence is building their product. But Raj isn't AI. Neither are the 699 other engineers working around him. They're all part of the biggest lie in startup history. What you're looking at is Builder.ai, a company that raised almost $500 million by convincing the world's smartest investors that they had created magical AI that could build software. Microsoft believed it. SoftBank wrote them a check. The only problem? The AI never existed. I'm going to show you exactly how they pulled off this deception, why it matters to anyone who's ever invested a dollar, and the three questions that could have saved everyone involved. Let's go back to 2016. Sachin Devdugal had a problem. Building custom software was expensive, time consuming, and required teams of skilled developers. His solution? Tell the world he'd solved it with artificial intelligence. Meet Natasha. According to Builder.ai, she was an AI assistant capable of understanding your business needs and building entire applications from scratch. No human developers needed. Just describe what you want, and Natasha handles the rest. Here's what clients saw: a smooth interface where they input requirements and watch their app come to life. Here's what actually happened: every single request went straight to those engineers in India we met earlier. Former employees later revealed the extent of the deception. Engineers were instructed to never reveal their identities to clients. They had to work UK business hours to maintain the illusion. Some were even told to use British sounding names in communications. The performance was flawless. Clients got their apps built. They worked exactly as promised. The only difference? Instead of revolutionary AI, they were getting traditional outsourced development with a very expensive marketing wrapper. What should have been the biggest red flag about Builder.ai's AI claims? A. The apps worked too well. B. No technical papers or patents were published. C. The pricing was too low. D. All of the above. But Builder.ai's deception went far beyond fake AI. They were also faking their finances on a massive scale. In 2024, Builder.ai claimed revenues of $220 million, the actual audited figure, $55 million. They had inflated their sales by over 300%. How do you fake $165 million in revenue? Through something called round tripping. Builder.ai created fake transactions with an Indian tech company called Verse Innovation. Builder.ai would bill Verse for AI licensing fees. Verse would bill Builder.ai for market research services. Both companies recorded these as legitimate sales. The beauty of this scheme was its simplicity. No actual products changed hands. No real services were delivered. Just money moving in circles, creating the illusion of hypergrowth that venture capitalists love to see. This fake revenue helped Builder.ai secure a $1.5 billion valuation. Microsoft invested. SoftBank wrote checks. Qatar's sovereign wealth fund got involved, all based on numbers that existed only on paper. For nearly a decade, this house of cards kept growing. More investors, bigger valuations, international expansion, all built on a foundation of lies that was about to crumble. Round tripping is illegal because A, it involves fake transactions. B, it misleads investors about company performance. C, it inflates valuations artificially. D, all of the above. 2025 started like any other year for Builder.ai. Then everything fell apart in a matter of weeks. It began with a routine internal audit. Investigators noticed something odd about the revenue figures. Transactions that should have had supporting documentation didn't. Services that were supposedly delivered couldn't be verified. Once the auditors started pulling the thread, the entire sweater unraveled. The round tripping scheme was exposed. The AI deception came to light. Whistleblowers came forward with evidence. Creditor Viola Credit moved fast, seizing $37 million from Builder.ai's accounts. Other creditors followed. Amazon was owed $85 million. Microsoft, $30 million. Neither got paid. Founder Sachin Devdugal resigned. key executives followed. Within 48 hours, a company valued at $1.5 billion was filing for bankruptcy in 5 different countries. Over 1,000 employees lost their jobs. Those 700 engineers in India who were just doing their work, unemployed overnight. The clients who thought they had AI powered apps left with systems they couldn't maintain. But the story doesn't end with bankruptcy. Federal investigators in the United States launched fraud probes. Similar investigations began in the UK, India, the UAE, and Singapore. This wasn't just a business failure, it was potentially criminal. What triggered Builder.ai's collapse? A competitor exposed them. B, an internal audit found discrepancies. C, investors demanded proof of AI. D, a whistleblower went public. Builder AI's collapse isn't just about one company. It's a warning about an entire industry built on hype rather than substance. We're living through an AI investment bubble. Companies are adding AI powered to their descriptions and watching their valuations double overnight. But how many of these companies are pulling a Builder.ai? The technical term is AI washing, claiming artificial intelligence capabilities that don't actually exist. A recent study found that 40% of European startups claiming to use AI showed no evidence of actually implementing it. The Builder.ai scandal has already changed how investors approach AI startups. Due diligence teams are now demanding technical demonstrations, source code reviews, and independent verification of AI claims. Regulators are paying attention too. The European Union's AI Act requires companies to prove their AI capabilities. Similar regulations are being discussed in the United States and other countries. But the real victims aren't the investors who lost money. They're people like Raj, skilled professionals who were turned into unwilling actors in someone else's deception. So, what can we learn from Builder.ai's spectacular failure? First, if a company claims revolutionary AI capabilities, ask for technical proof, not marketing demos. Actual evidence that the technology works as advertised. Second, when you see explosive revenue growth, dig into the details. Where are those sales coming from? Who are the customers? Can you verify the transactions? Third, be skeptical of pressure to invest quickly. Legitimate opportunities can withstand scrutiny. Scams can't. If this investigation opened your eyes to how startup fraud actually works, subscribe for more deep dives into the companies that aren't what they seem. I spend weeks researching these stories, so you don't have to. And I want to hear from you. What other AI powered companies make you suspicious? Drop their names in the comments. Your suggestion might be my next investigation. Remember, in a world full of artificial intelligence, the most dangerous thing might be artificial honesty. Stay curious, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.